Okay, what is this use case is all about? Okay, one of my banking client need to set up a DR. Okay, they have a for their critical servers. So RTO should be 30 minutes of downtime. RPO should be 4 hours of recent data. Okay, so critical server should be using tag. All right. So I have a region. For example, I'm using this region under probably 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 we can take US plus 2 is my region, primary region. Okay. Here I have all my critical servers are available. All my servers are available. Out of these, right, I have some critical servers. This one and this one, my very critical servers. Now I wanted to configure the DR. What is DR according to you people?
Disaster recovery.
Disaster recovery, yes.
Disaster recovery is the full form. I asked what is DR.
Backup.
Basically what happened, if one side is down, then the other side will take it. Like if there is a asynchronous, then there will be no effect. But if it is a synchronous, then it will be two sides running parallel. So if it is a asynchronous, then then the parallel functionality will work. So basically, whatever it is written in the first side, the same thing it will be implemented on the second side.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
So DR is another setup of prod. Okay. So when the first time request goes to prod, if something failover happen, then it will automatically redirect the traffic to the DR, because prod and DR, as said, it is getting synchronized. Okay. So for any failover, we use a DR for a different region. Prod in one region and DR is in a different region we use for a failover.
Okay, very good. That's good. Fine. So all your understanding is correct, but I have a question. So the reason we are coming from on-premises to cloud, okay, I don't want to worried about outage. I am much worried about on-premises in terms of hardware failure, network failure, any disaster happened. It's difficult for me to handle the situation. That is the main reason where I don't want to manage any physical resources and component. That is the reason I'm coming to the concept of cloud provider, right? So here, even though if any disaster comes, it's out of my scope, right? Where AWS have to take care, right? Which means if any region goes down, US West, I can't do anything. Where AWS need to fix the server and fix that site, fix that network outage, or any disaster come, they'll have to take a remediation. Correct? It's not in my hand. So why I need to worry about DR? Why I need to set up a disaster recovery?
That's for testing and making sure your environment is stable.
Okay. Any other answers? You understand my question?
Sorry, what is your question?
Oh my God, bigger question. I cannot ask. Please wait. Let's see who understood. Let them answer. So anyone no able to answer? It's not a
I think
small question.
there should not be any client mismatch or like we can say like relationship, building up the client relationship, because as long as you get that good project delivery of the project at the right time, there should not be no downtime, like whether it may be application or anything. There should not be any, like in terms of business perspective I can say, not exactly in terms of technical or.
very good. One point is valid one. I agree with you. We do some favor
Because
for
if,
our clients.
yeah, we do some favor for our clients. If the application or whatever the thing we are delivering, we need to be in proper manner, right? At the
Okay,
end of the
fine. I
day,
agree.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Any other reason? Any other input like these valid points?
Maybe the AWS will take much time.
Exactly, that is the exact reason. See, even though we are rely completely on AWS, we cannot give my complete dependency with AWS. See, to fix that issue, disaster happened there AWS environment. AWS might take 2 hours, AWS might take 5 hours, AWS might take 2 days, AWS may take 5 days. If I'm not having DR properly configured in my environment, I need to sit and wait for AWS to respond. Hey, can you have any update? Can you have any update? I need to keep asking AWS for the update, right? I don't want that situation. I don't want to put my customers application into that situation to respond AWS back. So before that, in terms of doing the favor, and I don't want to wait AWS, so what I'll do these kind of disaster recovery in my automation, using my automation. By the way, right, my customers won't be able to face any issue. They'll be, as much as possible, they'll get their data is accessible on their side. Got it? So first and second, two people are answered. Couple of answers are correct. So we have combined together. There is a solution. So we don't want to wait to AWS to respond. Okay, we don't want to give complete dependency with AWS. So that is the reason. What I will do, I'll create a DR region here. I'll create a DR region. DR region slightly vary from my. Just imagine we are having Mumbai region as a DR location. Okay, my DR location is Mumbai region. Here what would I gonna do? Here whichever my servers are critical, right, only those server I'm gonna manage for the backup. Only prod server or DB server, that crucial where you have your critical application runs, right, only that server I'm gonna plan to make it as a DR setup. Understand? That server we are planning to make it into the DR setup. I don't want to run all these servers. I don't want to perform all these servers. Okay, so this is how uh, we made. This is how we did. Understand? So one thing we need to understand, all of us. So when you are setting up your primary region, same network, same subnets, same network range. Similarly, you need to provision in your DR region as well. Network point of view, you need to provision same way in DR region. Whatever the critical servers you have in your primary region, same critical servers you need to replicate in DR region as well, but only one small change is you will keep them on stop state. We'll keep them on stop state. What is the reason we kept them on stop state?
Cost.
Cost. Important. Yeah. See, this DR in your career, anyone faced any DR? See, I'm working with AWS closely, 8, 9 years. Very rarely I found outage. That also 4 years ago. That outage also happened for 35 to 45 minutes. Within that, AWS recovered their services. But in that case, again, I cannot blindly trust AWS. I need to be conscious. That's the reason I'm setting up the DR. But however, so this kind of setting up these kind of region and DR, I'll keep the resources in running state means this disaster will never happen, but worst case only we are pointing it out. Hardly if that happens also once in a year or once in 2 year or once in 3 year, right? So what I'm trying to mean, keep your DR resources in stop state. By the way, we don't want to lose any money for setting up the DR. Okay, if any disaster happen, that time we can quickly go and we'll start the server. It's not going to make any issues, right? At the time we can start and we can run our services. Understand? So this is how we can save some cost and all. Fine. So here resources are in running state. Here resources are in stop state. Okay. Fine. Now what I'll do? There is something called RTO, restore time objective. Anyone knows what is RTO?
How long it takes to restore the environment?
Very good. If my Okay. So before we go for setting up the DR, right, I need to have a backup schedule. I need to have a backup schedule. Okay, I need to have a backup schedule. The backup schedule is all about per day when you take. I'll start 12 a.m. as my first backup. I can have a 4 a.m. as my second backup. 8 a.m. third backup. 12 p.m. would be my fourth backup, and 4 p.m. be my fifth backup. After that, 8 p.m. would be my sixth backup. So again, the cycle will follow. 12 a.m. will come. Literally, we are taking every 4 hours once. Okay, I'll tell you why this 4 hours concept comes. But this is how we made our backup. This is available, right? This is how we made our backups available. So fine. Now what I'm trying to mean, if my outage happened at somewhere around 7:45 a.m. in the morning, disaster occurred due to any reason. It could be tsunami, it could be earthquake, it could be a fire accident, something. Disaster in the sense which beyond human control, where human cannot tolerate that. So we will be, it's beyond our limit and the scope and our control. So something happened at 7:45 a.m. where if we take RTO, restore time objective, okay, restore time objective, we gave 30 minutes. So which means my RTO would be 8:15 a.m. as per my SLA. So within 8:15, I need to make sure my service is up and running in the environment of disaster location. Understand what I'm trying to mean? Anyone has confusion here?
No hurry.
No.
Very good.
You only allow 30 minutes of downtime, so you have to bring that up within 30 minutes.
Okay, who defined this 30 minutes and all? Is the industry standard or what?
Well,
The organization.
the business decides how critical it is, right?
Very good. Business side and the environment that customer there belongs to, some customer belongs to insurance base, some customer belongs to banking, some people belongs to pharma, some people belongs to finance, some core companies. It depends on their business. Okay, they'll decide this. It will comes under our SLA, but most probably this is our SLA, RTO. 30 minutes of downtime would be preferred. So 7:45, if outage occurred 8:15, they need to up the service in DR. Okay, 30 minutes they provide you the downtime. Fine. So coming to the second one, RPO, restore point objective, within 4 hours of recent data. See, when you are trying to, within 30 minutes, you are trying to up the service over here. Its outages happened at 7:45 a.m., which is my recent data backup here. The list
4
4 a.m.
a.m.
4 a.m., which means second backup, you mean to say, right?
Yeah.
So this is your RPO. Got it?
Yeah, you go back 4 hours.
Yeah. So when you restore the second backup of the particular day, how much data loss you will face?
4 hours of data.
Calculate and tell me correctly.
So 3 hours 45 minutes.
Exactly, that's correct. Okay, so my client can tolerate up to 4 hours of recent data. So here I am wasting 3 hours of 45 minutes of data. I would able to restore it. So that is fine for me. So I would be able to restore the things by taking a recent data backup. I would preferably go and restoring that. There is no other option for me. That is the most available data.
Excuse me.
Okay, if it is just imagine the outage happened at 8:30 a.m. So 8:45 it will be RTO. So my recent data backup would be
8.
8.
8.
So how much data loss I'll face? Just 30 minutes of data
So
loss I'll
30
face.
minutes.
Yep, just 30 minutes of data loss. That's yeah, depends. So maximum they gave 4 hours of recent data in my RTO. Here my RTO is 4 a.m. backup. That's second backup. I would able to recover with 3 to 3.5 hours of data loss I will face. Okay, so this is how we'll be configuring our DR. Fine, understand the concept of DR. If someone asking you go for an interview, they're asking you about your backup strategy or your DR strategy. People can ask you in different way. You need to answer them. If people are asking you about your DR strategy, if people are asking you about your backup strategy, uh, people can ask you your high availability status strategy. So people is asking you how we are securing your customers application due to any outage. Whatever the way they ask the question, answer is front of you. Okay, all of you able to replicate the same answer to your interviewer? Any doubt in this concept?
No, sir.
Fine. Now,
No.
if we all good in that, I have a question for you. Tell me, in order to implement about DR setup, where and all you need automation in place. Now, I am thinking you all of you as a cloud architect, as a DevOps architect or cloud architect, you guys going to answer it. I gave you the scenario, we defined it, design has been defined. Now you guys going to answer. So which are the area we would preferably go for automating in order to implement above activity? Because I clearly give you the design and principle and function as a consultant. Now as an architect, you need to plan for it. Can you guys plan and let me know? Which are the area we can go for automation?
Backup.
Very good. Backup, backup schedule. Very good.
Chart stuff of
DR
VPC.
servers.
Okay. Next,
Starting the DR
Restore the
servers.
backup.
restoring backup. Okay.
Deleting old backups.
Very good. Clean up.
Yeah.
Or other, I need automation required. One more, last one more.
Starting the
Launch,
servers.
To
DR servers.
launch applications.
Launch application. If you start the server, application will be launched.
monitors
Right?
main site.
So you'll be having a snapshot. DR region. If you add that snapshot as a volume to your EC2 instance, if you start the instant, application is ready. One more, last one more.
Monitor main site.
Monitoring, we don't need automation, right?
Okay.
Monitoring tool will be there. One more last automation, last possibility.
Any hint or something?
Sorry?
Give us any hint.
Hint? No, I'll tell you the answer. So, it's okay. Cool. Because you have answered almost 80%. Without copying the backup, how we will restore in DR region?
Yes.
You all agree with me? You're creating a backup snapshot. You need to copy that snapshot to DR region, right? Only then you will be able to restore it. Understand or not?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So the flow would be like this way. Step 1, step 2, step 3. First, we'll create a backup for every 4 hours once. So copy the snapshot backup, whatever you created, to DR region. Restore the backup when the DR occurred. Clean the backup if nothing goes fine. Everything goes fine. No need of DR at all. Clean the backup. The purpose why we are cleaning the backup. So per day you have a just imagine 10 server, 4 hours once. How many time you will backup will create? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 backup will create. Just imagine 10 servers you have. Each of them having 3 volumes average. So totally around 30 volumes. So per day, 6 backup they are creating. How much it would be? 30 into 6.
180.
180. I use the calculators. Okay, 180 backups. I mean snaps. So calculated. If you are not forgot to delete the snapshots for 30 days, what will happen?
540.
5,400
5400.
backups.
5,400 backups.
Think about the cost involved. If one backup snapshot taking $1 per month, $5,400. How much in Indian rupee? Simply you will waste per month somewhere around 4 lakhs rupees. So to avoid that, every week we can go ahead, we can delete that. Okay, fine. All right, guys. So this is just for an air clue. So now what you guys going to do? This is a task for you. The task is all about this 4 script you guys going to create. Okay. So for this API call, I can tell you create snapshot, create underscore snapshot, copy underscore snapshot. Okay, restoring backup in the sense create volume using that above snapshot. Okay, create underscore AWS volume, delete underscore snapshot. Okay, this is the API call. You build your script and share with me. All right. So that is the reason I have updated all the sample scripts over here. Go ahead and refer everything and create it. And the people, if anyone felt they are not strong in Boto 3, go ahead and have a look on this video, nothing else. Otherwise, you don't want to go that deep also. Just to go ahead and look those 4 videos, you will able to write this script for sure.